In a world overrun with formula movies and lame Hollywood reboots, two brothers from separate mothers scour the outer edges of entertainment to separate the potential cult classics from the B-movie bombs. They watch the films so you don't have to. They are the Keepers of the Fringe.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Keepers of the Fringe podcast. I'm Derek, and with me, as always, is the son to my bitch, Chris.
Daddy!
What's up, you son of a bitch?
How's it going, you glorious bastard? You.
You fucking fruit fly, you, I don't know.
You fucking fuck chops. Fuck chops and applesauce. Ain't it swell?
Ain't it swell?
Swell.
I don't have that.
Fuck chops and applesauce.
Inconceivable!
So, as you may have noticed, we were away last week due to family stuff, but that happens from time to time. It was good family stuff, not bad family stuff. Well, I hope it was good, but anyway. So,
There was family stuff? What do you mean?
last week, we didn't record because of family stuff.
Okay.
Remember, I couldn't record on Sunday, and you couldn't record on Saturday, so we couldn't.
Oh, yeah. So we called the whole thing off.
Let's call the whole thing up. So, let's get into our topic, shall we?
Sure.
We got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Oh, boy, I cannot wait.
Well, now I'm going to make you wait. And so, the first thing we shall discuss is they're talking about doing a movie, and I think they're starting a script for the character of X-23, who is the, she was in Logan. That's the clone of Wolverine.
Laura.
And I remember from Logan that she was pretty cool in that movie. Like, the girl
Yeah,
who
she
was
did a
playing
great
her was freaking awesome. And
She did a great job.
yeah. So now they're talking about doing an X-23 movie, which is interesting. But,
Yes.
but the only thing that concerns me is the timeline of that.
Yeah, that's
Because-
pretty much me, too.
Yeah, it took place. Logan took place in the future where they,
Yeah, there's no more mutants. Except for the,
right, yeah,
like, the
clone,
handmade mutants.
right, and well, maybe that's what they'll do the movie about, like her.
Yeah, I
or
mean, they'd have
something
to. But
with that, yeah. So
I don't know. Something about that doesn't.
I know it's a little weird. So I like the idea of doing a movie on her. I just don't know if it's gonna. The timeline they've set themselves for is gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of. I don't know. The whole X-Men timeline is so fucked. It's never going to be right.
Yeah, I know.
And this is just further
Yeah,
fucks it all
I
up.
know. It's like the TV shows Legion and The Gifted, both of which I really liked. Legion was awesome. I'm really enjoying The Gifted. Have you watched The Gifted at all?
No.
It's really cool. I like it, but it's hard to pinpoint a time frame for them. You haven't watched Legion yet either, right?
No.
Legion has like a 60s, early 70s kind of aesthetic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it seems like it would be taking place then, but then it seems also like they're going with the Legion as Charles Xavier's son thing, which would put that at a weird time frame,
Yeah.
you know?
Because how old is he in the show? He's like
Like in his 20s at least.
like late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s at least, yeah.
Yeah, Xavier was probably like in his maybe 30s.
Yeah, maybe.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
By the movies.
Yeah. And then The Gifted, they don't specify exactly when that takes place, but they have mentioned the X-Men a couple of times, and the X-Men in the timeline of the Gifted show, the X-Men have disappeared, and they haven't explained what happened to them, but they just kind of vanished. So it's like, when does that take? And then like the government has like high-tech weapons and stuff for the Sentinels and everything.
Well, maybe that happened before it got to the point it is in Logan.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
That would seem to make sense.
Maybe like the early when that first happened there.
Right, yeah. That makes sense. Because that could be the beginning of what leads up to Logan, because they're like hunting down, the government's like hunting down the mutants and stuff and putting them all in prison camps and everything. So yeah, maybe. So that's the thing, like all of this, like they're doing some kind of cool stuff with the X-Men and the mutants over at Fox, but they're really muddying up the timeline.
Yeah.
And for continuity's sake, that drives me nuts, but
yeah,
I try not to let it bother me, but
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, because once you get a solid fact of something, of what something represents or what time period or people or whatever,
right,
you can't override that.
Yeah,
like if it's already in your databanks as this is that way,
right,
and then something else comes and goes, well,
right, and
fuck yeah, we're gonna do this differently.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still part of it, but it's not the same.
Right, and we know like First Class took place in like the 60s.
Yeah.
And Apocalypse took place in the 80s.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's weird. And then Logan takes place in the future. So,
I wonder how far though.
Yeah, I wonder too.
I mean, I would say it could be really far because Logan ages slowly.
Yeah,
but Professor X was still there, so
right, yeah,
it couldn't have been that far.
Right. I don't know. It's weird. So we'll see what they do with X-23 here.
Yeah, I'd be down to see that though.
I would too. Yeah, and I would hope they would keep the same actress because she was really good. Like really.
Yeah. She probably by the time it actually comes out.
Oh yeah, she'll be older.
Yeah, a couple of years older.
Yeah,
so.
like a teenager. So yeah, and
I also heard Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah,
I guess he wanted to play Wolverine.
Really?
Which is weird because looking at him, I totally see it, but I've heard he's like a pretty shit actor. I can't think of anything I've seen him in, but
yeah, I can't think of anything either. I don't even know
I've
what
heard
he's done.
Not good though.
Yeah,
but he definitely looks the part though.
He could do like a lot of grunting and growling and stuff. Bub. So yeah, X-23, good idea. I'm excited about that. For now, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
With further updates, but yeah.
But yeah, I would watch that.
Oh, definitely. So let's move on. Next.
Wipe them out. All of them.
So we have some weird news from Morgan Creek in which they want to do a bunch of reboots. Which, this is weird. It's weird.
It's a whole onslaught of reboots.
Yeah, it's like, they're just like... So, one of the things... So the list of things they're talking about rebooting includes, this is a weird list. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. Ace Ventura.
Yeah, like how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, what?
Well, I read something on that. They were saying something like Ace passes the baton to his long lost son or daughter, and I'm like, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It has to be Jim Carrey, or you just can't.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't know.
No.
I kind of would like to see another one, though.
Yeah, I know.
If it was good. But
yeah.
It's terrible. Like,
I know.
What?
When I read that, I'm like, what? But wait, there's more. The Last of the Mohicans. Why? True Romance.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't see all these ones.
Oh, yeah. I'm not done yet. Major League.
Oh, I just...
Dead Ringers, Young Guns,
Ringleaders,
and finally, Nightbreed.
Nightbreed. Your meat.
So, go ahead.
Let me see which ones offend me the most.
Well, actually, before you do that, here's another thing that might offend you. They're also talking about doing a lot of these for television.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like Young Guns, Nightbreed's going to be a TV series.
See, I almost kind of like that, though.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that movie. I think there's a lot of good stories you could tell there with the creatures.
Yeah.
So that's not really...
That one would probably make the most sense.
I think so.
You would say, yeah.
I would be interested in that.
I can't honestly say whether or not I've ever seen Nightbreed. I don't think I have. But I know about Nightbreed. I know a little bit about it.
Nightbreed.
But, yeah.
I have Nightbreed friends. You don't know.
No, that's not what I am saying.
I break bread with the Nightbreed. I'm aware of the Nightbreed. You don't know that, man. But yeah, I think that could be interesting because it had a lot of.
And I think actually, go ahead.
Well,
Continue.
No, I was gonna say there's a lot of lore there that they touched upon in the movie. I mean, it is a book based on a book, a Clive Barker book.
Oh yeah.
And I've never read it though. I was really a big fan of the movie. I liked it. It's weird.
Yeah,
kind
what
of
I've
goofy,
seen and heard of it, it seems that way, but it also seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's the best idea out of all those.
And the other thing about it is, it does say Clive Barker is going to be involved in it.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
That's a plus.
Me likey. Dead Ringers, which is a David Cronenberg movie, which I don't know if that's based on a book or anything, but it's like two identical twin surgeons.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And they kind of they're very dependent on each other, and the line blurs between their lives, and
was that Jeremy Irons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't just see that as anything else.
I know it says they're going to do that as a show as well, and that's going to have the support of David Cronenberg. So
there's a part of me that can kind of see it being like a Nip Tuck kind of thing or something. Remember that show?
Oh yeah, vaguely. Well, I never watched it, but I know of it.
It's just that doesn't sound like a great idea. None of that sounds good.
Not really, no.
Ace Ventura, no.
No. It's like, remember they did an Ace Ventura cartoon?
Yeah.
Vaguely remember it. I don't think I ever watched that either. It's like,
I remember about the Ace Ventura movies, and they had there's one where it's like his son or young Ace Ventura or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think I watched it for like 5 minutes.
I know. Like, all right, that's no. Maybe that will be who the show will be based on. But yeah, like,
I mean, I can't help it. I love the second one. I love it.
Oh, it's the best. That movie is so awesome. It's hilarious. It still makes us laugh.
It's great. I would love if he did another one.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has it in him anymore.
I don't think so either. Not like that. Ugh. There's so many great lines in that. In that, when nature calls. Ah.
I know. You can't go like 5 minutes without something that makes you crack up.
That movie's awesome.
It's just so stupid. But I love it.
It's stupid as hell, but it's fucking hilarious. So, yeah, I don't see that working good as a show.
No. Especially a long lost son or daughter. I'm like,
yeah, that's just
Jesus
crap.
Christ.
So the only thing that really does sound any interesting there is that Nightbreed one.
Yeah, I think there's definitely potential there.
Because there's actually something there to bite onto.
But it's weird too, because I mean that shit it came out in like 90 something, the movie.
Yeah.
It's like they are really fucking reaching.
Didn't Clive Barker re-release it with?
Yeah, it's like a director.
Yeah,
something
like extra footage or something.
Yeah, which kills me because I still haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, maybe that's one we'll have to watch.
Yeah, I heard it doesn't make it that much longer. He just kind of like takes some stuff and adds some stuff.
That's what I heard. I heard it like it fills in things, or
yeah, like I'm trying to remember because I haven't seen it in a long time, but I've seen it many times. But
yeah.
I mean, it's still fresh. Like I don't feel like I was really left with questions that much. I mean,
no, but
some of the lore is like, oh, okay, they just kind of throw it on you.
I heard it fleshes it out more, I guess.
Yeah, it must.
So,
but yeah, I've been meaning to pick that up, and I still haven't.
Well, if you ever do, we'll watch that for an episode one day. The re-released.
Yeah.
The remix.
Oh, I watched the 3-hour cut of Superman there.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Oh, the Superman. I'm thinking Batman vs. Superman. I'm sorry.
Well, I did see that one.
Yeah, well, I know you did. I still can't get myself to sit through it. But anyway, how was that?
It's weird. I mean, there's some of it I can tell is new, but a lot of it kind of it's maybe just extensions of scenes, so it doesn't feel like you're seeing all this new shit. Like,
right, yeah.
There's like definitely more on Krypton.
But they didn't extend that one scene there. Everybody's favorite scene.
Superman. You know what you do to me, Superman. No, I was like,
inconceivable.
I was like, please don't. There's a whole fucking. Yeah, they didn't bother that.
But did it feel long, or did it still feel?
Yeah, I think I watched it over 2 nights there. I watched like an hour and a half and then stopped it. But you know what I actually did though? It kind of like reignited not my love for movies, but to want to watch something again. Because I kind of get burned out, and I was like,
right, yeah.
It kind of reignited my appreciation for movies.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's
cool.
I mean, is a fucking hero. Look at that.
I know, but
he does inspire.
Yeah, I mean, it's very dated in a lot of ways, but I mean,
well, sure, yeah, but
especially I think it's one of the first movies I've seen, so I think I have a certain connection to that.
Yeah, it still kind of like speaks to the kid in you.
It's nice to see something that's quality. I think.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Like with music too, like I play music, and I'm like, I haven't been inspired musically in so long that I haven't really been playing that much, But when I hear something that inspires me, I'm like, oh shit, like that's fucking cool, and it makes me want to play. And then see, I used to have that all the time. See, nowadays I don't get that anymore because everything fucking sucks. I mean, it's good movies and music wise, everything blows, but it's very very rare I ever watch a movie that like I'm like, wow, that was really fucking good. Like,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
I just saw that. Reminds me of a little more off topic. I just saw Baby Driver too.
Oh, I've been here. Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
I really liked it. I thought it was great.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I have it there. Is that a pen? Don't get it.
I don't know what that was actually.
But I think.
Yeah, I've heard it was really good. Though.
I think if you're a really big fan of music, it makes it better too.
Oh, really?
Because he's really into music, the main character. Mm-hmm. And music, it's like a musical without like people singing. But there's always music going, and it always plays to the scenes.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, like it's very good. I thought it was great. I was like, I think I was just in the right mood for it too. But I was like, that's one of the best movies I've seen in a while. The story is not anything crazy. Like, he's a getaway driver and falls for a girl, and he's trying,
Right, but it just...
Yeah, it just had such a great style, and it was unique.
I've seen other people, like, online and stuff talking about it and saying things like that, too.
Yeah, like, I've heard nothing but good about it. I mean, Edgar Wright, too, so he's always good, usually.
Yeah.
But, that was kind of inspiring, and seeing that, I was like, wow, it's, like, really good. It didn't feel like a studio movie. It felt like, you could get the director came through.
Right, yeah.
On it.
It's like, I just recently watched on HBO, I watched John Wick 2.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it was kind of like, I don't know, like...
Yeah, like, I saw it too, and it was, if you liked the first one, there's no reason you wouldn't like this one, because it's pretty much the same fucking movie.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just like... It felt like all flash, I guess, and no...
Substance?
Yeah, no real substance there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of complaining about. Like,
right, yeah.
I see a lot of things that I'm like, it looks cool, or, it was not bad, but...
Right, but it's not, yeah. That's why I don't like the Fast and the Furious movies and stuff. I'm like, there's nothing there. It's just...
Yeah. See, like, with Baby Driver, I felt like Edgar Wright wanted to make that movie.
Right.
And then he fucking did it.
Right.
And he did it the way he wanted to.
That's cool.
And there was no interference or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like it was somebody's vision I was watching.
Nice.
Which, that's cool. I mean, that's what it should be.
Right, yeah.
Not like...
That's what you want to see, yeah.
Well, you showed the different committees, and somebody didn't like this.
We focus test there,
and all that shit. Like, everything's fucking homogenized by the time it gets to us.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I feel the creativity and cool ideas are all strained right out of it. That's the problem.
There's like too many people sticking their fingers in, trying to say, "Oh, do this and do this. You should do this," but I don't know.
You should make the movie like this.
I don't know why you would do this. You should do that. I don't know.
And put my finger in there. I don't know what I'm doing. I hope you don't mind. I should have budgeted dinner first. Whoa!
Bazinga! Ooh, sorry.
Hey.
Oh.
Copyrights.
All right, hey.
But anyway, yeah, like that, I found it inspiring, and I was like,
"Good, oh, cool,
cool. I want to write
nice.
Things now." And then I ate some Doritos and
That's
smoked a cigarette. I was like, "Oh, I want to write shit."
I always say
after the Doritos.
I always say I know something's good if it makes me want to create something.
Yeah, like I'm so missing that in my life.
Yeah.
Like, there's not anything that
like
inspires me.
Yeah, when I watch something, I'm like, oh, now I want to.
Yeah,
you know?
like that's such a rare thing now.
Yeah.
And when it happens, I'm like,
oh, I know, it's awesome.
oh.
And then, I end up not doing anything. But hey, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole...
Dang Doritos.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I know. It'd be nice if you could keep it longer than that moment.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to be inspired like every day.
I know, right?
Like,
that's it. Yeah. Perhaps we're too cynical. Who knows? But anyway.
There's a lot of crap out there.
There's a lot of crap out there.
Like, musically, I used to have people that I was like, wow, that's fucking amazing. And makes me want to play.
Yeah, it's like nothing now.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'd be like,
was that a pen?
No, that was a headmaster head. That damn headmaster.
That was a headmaster giving you head.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Help.
Inconceivable!
So, let's move on, shall we? You spoke earlier about the Superman movie by Richard Donner.
Wipe them out. All of them.
So we have some other news about Richard Donner and the Donner Party.
Different.
All right, hey.
So, it came out recently that... Oh, excuse me while I fuck with the headphones. Richard Donner is looking at... Richard Donner, along with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, are looking to make, guess what? Lethal Weapon 5.
He's really getting too old for this shit.
Really? They're all getting too fucking old for that shit.
Really getting too old for this shit.
I mean...
I don't know how I feel about it.
The script is gonna be written by Channing Gibson, who wrote Lethal Weapon 4.
I don't know if I saw 4.
I did, but I don't remember it very well. So, is this something we need, really? I mean...
I don't know. See, I think Mel Gibson, I mean, I don't know how I feel about Mel Gibson nowadays.
I know.
There's a lot of questionable things about Mel Gibson.
True.
But,
they always say you should try to separate the artist from the art.
Yeah.
Which is not always easy to do.
But what was he going to be like? Sweetly! Like he's going to still be doing that shit?
And then his fucking knees are going to crack with pop, pop. Oh.
I'm a victim of circumstance.
God, my back.
my sciatica.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just...
Like, is he still going to be doing curly and shit?
I don't know. And then, Danny Glover, is he just going to be like, I really am too old for this shit.
It's official. I am really too old for this shit.
I was too old for that shit, but now I'm too old to be too old for that shit.
What if he's going to be like riding around on a rascal, like shooting, like slow motion? It's very weird.
It is very weird.
Because I like Lethal Weapon, but I wasn't like a big fan,
Right, yeah.
It was good when it came out.
Yeah, they were good movies, but yeah, I'm not like...
I remember I retweeted this story on Twitter, and somebody wrote, only if they get Rene Russo and Joe Pesci.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Pesci. I keep forgetting that I'm like, yeah, why the fuck is he not around?
I know, I was going to say, is he even around anymore?
He's doing I think a Netflix movie with Martin
shit.
Scorsese and De Niro. I couldn't think of his name. Which is fucking awesome. I'm like, Joe Pesci, I haven't seen him in forever.
Interesting.
So that'd be cool if he came back. But
that would be, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's going to be like Lethal Weapon, the grumpy old men version.
Is that going to be them behind the wheel now? Because they're so old.
Yeah, really.
With lethal weapons. I can't see past the steering wheel no more.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it working.
It is weird.
And then the other bad thing is, what if they say, oh yeah, these fuckers are old now, so we're going to have to bring in some young blood to attract the younger audiences, because that's going to happen. You know that's going to happen.
Yeah, because I gotta see. That's what I always forget too. Is that's the main goal,
right? Is
to turn it into a thing to keep milking it for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
So
they got to bring in the younger crowd. So that means we got to put in some of them young hip people there, like your I don't even fucking know who's hip these days.
One of your, like a Justin Bieber folk or Taylor Swift.
Yeah, your Taylor Swift or
Or Kardashian.
Yeah, you gotta put a Kardashian in it. Gotta have a Kardashian. Good gracious.
Yeah, that makes me hate it more now.
I know, right? Oh, just now it sounds like a really bad fucking idea.
Well, it's like they're doing another Beverly Hills Cop movie, supposedly. Oh, yeah, we already talked about that.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it's just like they're remaking the fucking 80s.
I know. Well, look at all that shit we just talked about with the Morgan Creek fucking reboots and shit. I mean,
so weird, though. I'm like,
it is.
How are you remaking a whole decade?
Not very well, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's another thing that's not good.
Yeah.
They're making it so it will never come back.
No.
Each one that they come out with fails, and then you'll never see it
Because that's
again.
the thing. They're not doing like these fucking amazing reboots and shit that it was like, all right, well, of course, obviously that was better, but yeah.
They did a fucking Chips movie, man.
They did a fucking Chips movie.
Shit is in some
As a
dire
comedy.
straits. Like a raunchy comedy, I heard.
Yeah.
Which is what
Fucking.
fucking.
Well, they just did the Baywatch movie too.
Yeah, and
As
that was
like
like
a
a
comedy.
raunchy comedy too.
Yeah.
We need to be working in Hollywood, man.
No shit, right?
We could save so many people so much money.
Ugh.
Like, I got this idea. Nope. Just don't.
Nope, bad idea.
Bring that shit back to formula, motherfucker, because that's a no-go, son. We might not have the best ideas, but we can tell you what isn't a good idea.
No shit.
Way before you invest money in it and make it terrible.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, it's a lethal weapon.
Yeah. I
I think he's too tainted. I think Mel Gibson's too tainted for... I mean, not that he's not redeemable, but I think...
Yeah.
I don't think people are ready to welcome him back yet, especially...
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
And then that pisses me off, too. I'm like, oh, really? You're going to come back for that? But they couldn't throw your ass in Mad Max?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, I would have rather see you in that shit.
No shit, right? I would have loved to have seen him in Mad Max.
The old grizzled fucking Max. It's mad. Stuff. That would have been fucking cool.
More constipated Max.
I mean, Tom Hardy wasn't bad, but I mean, he didn't really have a part, really. I mean, it totally could have been.
Well, let's move on, shall we?
Okay.
Wipe them out. All of them.
Next up, there's some interesting bit of news here. They're in the works. They're doing a live-action movie version of the old video game classic Contra.
Yeah.
Which we all loved Contra.
I heard it was they're doing a movie and a series.
Well.
All right, hey.
What is that from?
It's fucking from Avengers. That's Tony Stark.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right, hey.
There's actually a whole bit. It's after at the end of the movie
Yeah.
when he
That sounds familiar now.
yeah. So what the hell was? Oh yeah, Contra movie. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like, part of me is like, yeah, it's kind of cool, and the other part of me is like, yeah, whatever.
I do love me some Contra, though.
Do love some Contra. Contra was fun, frustrating but fun.
I believe I actually beat that game.
That's fucking impressive.
I know I recently played it. I was like,
Oh.
no. I think I made it to like the third section, and I was like,
Did you use the Konami code for all?
No, I didn't.
Whoa!
I made it to like the third area without the code.
Oh.
But you get limited continues and all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have it, and like I'm gonna keep playing until I do it, like I used to have. I don't have that anymore. I have like
me either.
I literally have like 100 games backlog right
Yeah, you do actually.
of varying consoles.
Yep.
And I don't have time.
I know.
Oh, not even including that. That's
Oh, really?
yeah. I'm talking about
Oh.
actual stacks.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So that's
Yeah, I got
even
a
more.
cool mystery Xbox bullshit on.
Right. So,
Breaking the law. Down.
but I think there's an.
I don't have time to do that.
Nobody does.
Some people
I'm
do.
Still,
It kills
I know
me.
some people do.
It makes me not like I hear people that have watched all these movies and
I know.
play all the shit, and I do have a lot of downtime, and I still don't have time.
I know,
for it.
right?
I'm like, how did you? Well, you must constantly just watch and play shit.
Yeah. No shit.
Like I saw somebody was like they watched like 5 movies in one day. I'm like,
Wow.
what?
How'd you do that without falling asleep?
Yeah.
That'd be a Napsville.
Napsville, baby.
I know, and then like there's a shit ton of games that are coming out right now. Assassin's Creed Origins just came out. There's other stuff.
Yeah, there's some. Well, I know I want to buy a Switch now because I'm like,
I know, right? The
Mario Odyssey's out.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey.
I need to play it.
Damn.
But that's the only game I'm going to buy, and I'm like, it's hard for me to justify it. There's a couple other ones, but I mean, that's going to be it for a while, though.
Yeah.
'Cause I already did the Breath of the Wild. So I'm not gonna do that.
Would you play it on the Wii U?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Was it?
Yeah. I don't think it would be any. I mean,
Yeah, I've heard it was
visually
good,
better,
yeah.
a little better, but not.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't really feel like you missed anything?
No.
Cool.
So yeah, it'd be Mario, which I heard is like 15 to 20 hours.
Mm.
So I'm like, I'm going to spend like $400 for 20 hours.
I don't know.
And then it's going to collect dust until the next game comes out somewhere later next year.
I don't know. I think Nintendo's ramping it up now with the Switch and everything. I think they're actually going to start doing shit again.
I don't know, man. I've looked at the upcoming releases,
Yeah.
and it looks very similar to the same thing they did with the Wii U, but some reason it's working more this time. I think it's the portable thing. I think that's big for a lot of people.
Probably, yeah.
Like me, I'm never going to use it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people
I might.
appreciate that.
Because, like, I could use it like shit. I could use it when...
Are you shitting? Yeah, you could.
I could, yeah. I take some pretty lengthy shits there.
That's out in the world now.
Inconceivable! All right, hey.
I like wonder if you fight crime sometimes. I'm like, he goes in there and pulls a switch, the toilet folds open, he slides down a chute, and he's gone for half an hour.
And when I'm finished...
Like the man. All of them.
That'd be the perfect cover. I have to take a deuce. Like there's like some kind of a Derek signal in the sky. Like, I have to go. I had chili. I will be back in a while.
Why do I turn into freaking William Shatner? There's in the sky. I had some chili. I must go to the bathroom.
Taco Tuesday. I will be in there in a while. Spock Bones.
Spock, bones, tacos.
Tuesday.
You know.
That's what we say about my mom. Like when we all get together, she leaves. I'm like, everybody's like, where the hell did she go? I'm like, fighting crime. Yeah, you in the bathroom. I'll be back. Like, it's like 2 hours later. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but the fucking weird thing is your bathroom's on the second floor, so if she shoots down the... Quick, Robin, to the poop chute.
Great cover, though.
Sure.
Yeah, what the hell are we talking about? We have derailed.
What the fuck were we talking about? Believe it or not, we were talking about the live-action Contra movie.
Wow.
That seems like it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, it does. Contra. But what's weird, going back to Contra, is that I'm not sure if it's a Japanese show in a movie or an American movie.
Yeah.
Because they showed a teaser thing for it.
Really?
But whatever the fonts and whatever else were on it were in Japanese.
Oh.
But it was a really brief little thing that...
Well, yeah, but also if Konami's doing it, then it could be Japanese, yeah.
Yeah. And they did give a little synopsis of what it would be, but it named like two Japanese fellas.
Yeah, here's the official synopsis. In 1988, a huge meteorite lands on an uninhabited island in the South China Sea. Chen Qiang and Li Xiang investigate, but come up empty-handed. 29 years later, Chen sends commandos Bill and Lance into a combat mission there to neutralize the villainous Red Falcon organization, but end up facing a different enemy altogether. So
yeah,
it's almost like a mix in a way.
Well, that Japanese folks, but I mean,
but then they send Bill and Lance.
Yeah,
which is
you can still those could be Asian fellows too.
I suppose. I suppose so.
I don't know. Well, I mean, Konami's doing it, so I don't. And it's weird that nobody mentioned that. I mean, I don't know if that's an American series.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't find anything on that.
Yeah,
but maybe they don't know yet.
Yeah, maybe they don't. Could be too early.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one.
But there's definitely part of me that would like to see that.
Yeah, it could be kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind watching that. You know what else I wouldn't mind watching?
They have to have the spread gun though. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Just fucked up my segue.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. But yeah, that would.
What
be,
would I wonder what that would be cool. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I'm fucking
Would that work on the? I know you're fucking.
softballing it right.
I know you're I know you do deep balls.
Softballs.
Softballs.
Well, thanks for noticing.
Sure.
Wipe them out.
Aloe vera.
All of them.
My balls. All of them.
Oh, all of them. So next up, we have a little story about some more Ghostbusters, and Dan Aykroyd saying he would like to see a Ghostbusters Netflix series.
No. Yeah, you said like kids and shit.
Yeah.
Well, like the kids of the Ghostbusters or something.
Let me bring it up. Let me get it up.
That's what it sounds like when you're getting it up. Like a B-52 bomber coming in.
All right, so
Open bomb, baby.
at an event promoting the Ghostbusters Stranger Things partnership with Reebok. I guess they're doing like a thing with Reebok.
Oh, that's lovely.
All right, hey.
Original film star Dan Aykroyd was asked about doing a Netflix Ghostbusters show, and he said, "Yes, absolutely, sure. I can see." I'm sorry, I don't do a very good Dan Aykroyd impression, but I can see several possibilities there. Take a cue from these guys in Stranger Things, and maybe have the Ghostbusters in high school or something. So
That would be cool, except for
it wouldn't.
it makes no sense with the movie.
No, I mean, maybe that would be. You could get into like the origin of their paranormal studies, I guess, and they could do like.
Well, it was only really Egon and Ray,
Uh,
because Venkman was not a paranormal guy. per
well,
se.
he sort of was. He was doing like psychic studies and shit.
Yeah, but I don't think gung ho on
Yeah. And then Winston, he didn't come in until the movie.
Yeah.
Until they already established themselves as the Ghostbusters.
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 So I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know what that would work. I don't know.
I feel like it would not work.
I feel like it would not work as well either.
Dan Aykroyd's probably just whatever gets me a check. Do that.
Yeah,
Cool.
basically, yeah.
You want to make a Ghostbuster kid?
So,
Show up.
I mean, he was never. I mean, nothing's going to happen with that we know of. But that was just something he was kind of throwing out there. See how, it's probably one of those. I'll just throw that out there and see how it goes. And let's just say, it's
Inconceivable!
And it'll be coming to a theater near you in next year.
All right, hey.
yeah. I don't.
Or TV.
I'm very concerned that or Netflix. I'm very concerned that they're just gonna keep fucking up the Ghostbusters franchise and driving it into the ground until it's fucking dead. Fucking.
I'd say it's pretty damn close.
I'm saying,
to
yeah.
dead right now.
I think you should quit while you're not quite ahead. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. Because, really.
I mean, there's part of me that would like to see it carry on and have some good Ghostbusters stories.
Yeah.
But the way they're going now,
No.
it ain't going to happen.
Ain't gonna happen. And it just won't be the same without Harold Ramis.
Or any of them, really.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think that'll be a good idea.
Like in my head, I can kind of see a good Ghostbusters somehow. But,
Like,
I don't know.
the game was pretty decent.
Oh, yeah, the game
that
was
they came out
awesome.
with. Yeah.
That's technically the third Ghostbusters movie.
Right. So just, like I wouldn't mind maybe another Ghostbusters cartoon or something. Bring back the real Ghostbusters cartoon. I don't know. Anyway, who are you going to call? I don't know. Fucking whatever.
Yo, mama.
Yo, mama.
The oldest joke. It always works, though.
It does. Along with the, that's what she said. And there was another one that I don't fucking, anyway. Oh. Let's move on, shall we?
Wipe them out. All of them.
So, you know, you have the Dan Aykroyd throwing shit out there about some more Ghostbusters. Now, recently, there's also some shit thrown out there from Simon Pegg about shut up, man, about sequel to
Sorry.
Shaun of the Dead. Now, he put it out as a joke. He was joking around, but I think, and he's talking about doing it, having a treatment in an interview. He's talking about having a treatment for Shaun of the Dead 2 that includes vampires and stuff. I would love to see another fucking Shaun of the Dead.
Is that from Dusk Till Shaun? It's called.
That's fucking awesome.
I know. I was like, oh man, please do it.
I know, that would be so awesome. I would love that.
See, I think you need Nick Frost though in there too. Though.
Yeah, I definitely.
I mean, he's a zombie, but maybe they can override the zombie and turn him into a vampire somehow. I don't know if that works, but that dynamic needs to be in there though if they did do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's what was so well. One of the things that was really great about it.
Oh yeah, that's what their relationship is a big part of what made the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
It's so good. Oops.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, so I know he was just joking around about it, but if, you know, I'd love to see that happen.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Simon, man, make it happen.
And Edgar.
Yes! Gotta bring back Edgar. And Nick Frost in however way. I mean, fuck it, it's a fucking, you know, it's a comedy.
Well, you can just say, oh, yeah, we found a cure. And just start it with him.
Fuck it.
He's okay now, but it has like some kind of like remnant, like, things happen where he'll just like trail. Or he'll see something, you know, like.
Oh yes, that would be awesome.
Oh, I got the cure, everybody. And
now you're talking.
Now vampires are the thing now.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff. I like that.
Yeah, like it just has some kind of remnant zombie kind of thing.
It just
pop up every once in a while.
just and right at the worst times too.
Yeah,
that would be so awesome.
Yeah, I could see that. You don't have to explain it that much. Just be like, yeah.
No, man, because it's a fucking. It's like I said, it's a comedy, so nobody's gonna be like, "Hey, man, that's not in continuity with the Shaun of the Dead." And
you can't be cured from zombies.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
So, yeah. So let's make that happen, shall we?
Do it.
You got that.
All right, hey.
And now we move from the land of the dead to
Wipe them out. All of them.
back to the land of the reboots.
Bollocks.
As they are now talking about doing a reboot of Magnum P.I. That's right, the myth, the man, the mustache, Magnum P.I. himself.
With them kind of, I never really watched Magnum P.I.
I did. It wasn't like.
I mean, it was big and everybody was watching it, but
it wasn't like other shows where I was like, oh, I gotta watch, you know. But I'd watch it every once in a while. I think my dad used to like it, so I used to watch it with him a lot.
Is that the one? The theme song is like, banana, ding, 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 ding. Is it that one, or is it the one that goes?
Go ahead.
I don't.
Sure, why not? It might be. Yeah.
That's supposed to be good.
Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah. I think you're onto it. But anyway, so for those who aren't aware, Magnum P.I. was a series in the 80s, the best decade of all time, starring Tom Selleck, Mr. Tom Selleck, back when he had his famous mustache. Well, he does again, but you know what I mean. Like back when he was famous for his, which is a weird thing. But anyway,
I know usually that doesn't pan out so good. Hitler.
That's
he's
true.
known for his mustache. Well, that's not what the main thing he's known for.
Yeah, porn stars. But anyway,
Charlie Chaplin.
That's
not bad.
So, and then Magnum P.I.
The famous mustaches throughout history. Charlie Chaplin, Hitler, porn stars, and
Magnum P.I.
and your mom.
That's a good one.
It does work.
See, That's good shit. Oh man. Whew. So.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
So.
You know I don't mean that personally.
I know.
Just threw it in there. It just sounded.
Don't worry about it, man.
I couldn't think of anybody else.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. As long as it's funny, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so they're planning on doing a reboot of the 80s series Magnum P.I., where Tom Selleck played a private investigator on Hawaii, driving a Ferrari, and he had a crew with him that helped him out and all that shit.
Like a manservant guy there.
Well, he was like the Ferrari he drove and the house he stayed in and stuff was owned by somebody else. I don't remember all the details, and he was like,
what was his name? It wasn't like, I want to say Barnaby. Not,
no,
it's something like that. Though.
That's another cop.
No, I know, but
it was Higgins.
Higgins, Mrs. Higgins,
Mrs. Higgins.
You do. So it was like Pretty Woman. Like he picked up Tom Selleck and then let him use his Ferrari and stuff.
No,
live at his house.
The house and the Ferrari were owned by like a writer or something. Who I don't remember the details, but I remember that's what I meant. And Higgins, or if that I think that's what his name was or whatever, was the butler for the house. So he, all that shit. But anyway, so.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know it is.
I don't have any idea what that show's about, which is weird because everybody knows.
It's about an hour long.
All right, hey.
So, I don't know. All I remember. See, like I said, I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but I watched it, but I wasn't like, Magnum P is the best. I love that mustache. I want to ride that mustache. Sorry. Anyway, so
let's pretend your mustache is like it's a car wash, and my face is here's a Buick.
I don't know if
wait,
I
that's
like
not right.
That's going. Anyway, so
I don't.
What the hell is this crap?
So, as I was trying to say an hour ago, they're planning a reboot of the Magnum P.I. And I guess what I've heard is they're gonna have Zac Effron be Magnum P.I. Which is.
I'm sinking again. How low does this chair go?
I don't know. Okay, it goes pretty low.
Much lower than this?
No, I don't think so.
This is like a powers thing, so you can be above me. So
you know it.
I'm like lower, and
it's like what they do on the talk shows and stuff. There.
Oh yeah.
The host is always higher. Allegedly, that's the story. Anyway. we take a week off and we're in rare form. So yeah, Magnum P.I. reboot with Zac Efron.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all set with that shit. It's like
I know. I wish I knew the show better. I'm kind of ashamed being an '80s person. I know it.
It's
kind of one of those big shows, but
yeah, I'm sure you've probably watched it occasionally and stuff. But
I know the theme. The intro to it way more than the actual show.
Yeah. That's all right. I mean, you don't have to watch every fucking show that was in the 80s.
I felt like it was like a older ladies show because everybody that I know that liked it were older ladies that were all like swooning over fucking
like Tom Selleck.
Yeah, like my grandmother.
He's so dreamy.
Yeah, like
I want to hide that. Anyway, so yeah, another reboot.
Thanks for putting that image in my head.
You got it.
My grandmother, right?
You got it.
Mustache.
It's like the Magnum, the MacGyver reboot they did. Have you watched any of that?
No.
I watched like the first couple episodes and I was done.
Yeah, you can't. I never really watched that show though either.
No, I didn't either. That was another one my dad loved, and I was like, I watch it occasionally, but I wasn't like, huge fan of it.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah,
I like the idea of it.
No mustache to ride.
What the hell is this crap?
All right, so.
Oh, your taint's supposed to be the Buick. Not your I knew I said that wrong.
Oh, man.
It didn't come out right when I said it.
I'll show you.
It all clicks together now.
Yeah, okay.
Taint is a Buick.
I want to write that down, but I don't know if we can use that. So let's move on, shall we?
Okay.
Like them. All of them.
The dingleberries on your teeth. So, I'm dying. The last, we are professionals. The last bit of news here we have is about Pacific Rim, and they want to do there is what the I don't fucking know. There is word going about possibly doing a crossover series with Pacific Rim, Godzilla, and King Kong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess Legendary is in control of all three properties.
Mm.
So that makes it very possible.
And you remember how on the last episode, I think it was the last episode, we were talking about them wanting to do a Pacific Rim universe thing.
Yeah.
So
It's I don't know if I'm 100% on that, but I kind of dig that.
yeah.
Especially, you know what also is cool about that is that if they do that,
Doo-doo.
they could eventually bring in Jet Jaguar.
Ah.
He could be like one of the fucking Pacific Rim robots. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
Jet Jaguar.
That would be awesome.
It's random, but not
It
the
is
same.
random,
It's not
but-
the same thing, but it'd be cool
It would be.
to see a Jet Jaguar inspired fucking.
But fuck yeah. I mean, what could be better? What could be better than giant robots fighting giant monsters? Fucking giant robots fucking fighting Godzilla and fucking King Kong with Jet Jaguar. Motherfuckers!
Yeah.
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 That's my. Oh.
Sorry.
I was a little more Rob Zombie. You were a little more Hetfield there.
Anyway. Anyway, I fucking like that idea.
I do.
Even if, I mean, I was just throwing it out there about them being a part of the shared universe, but still, a crossover movie with all of them, oh, that would be good. Oh, that would be so good.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Or if they do like the Godzilla versus King Kong movie, and then the guys from Pacific Rim come in at, halfway through the movie, it just becomes like a big fucking monster fest.
Yeah, especially if they start bringing in other creatures and stuff from Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
And then that'll be like
Which we know
the human task force.
They're gonna start having in the second Godzilla movie.
And then they can also bring in fucking Mecha Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fucking awesome.
That would be cool.
Oh.
And there actually was technically a Mecha King Kong.
Yes,
And
there
King
was.
Kong
Yeah.
escapes.
Yeah.
We could do that. Well, that'd be weird, but have both of them. But they at least open a door there that you could make
man.
some sense of why they would have that.
That would be fucking awesome. Oh. Oh.
That would be fucking cool.
That would be. I would love that.
Whether it makes sense or not, I don't know.
Who
but
fucking
it'd be
cares?
cool.
It'd be awesome just to see it. Yeah. 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 So cool. Well, that's good. We're going to leave that on a good note.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any say if it's going to happen, but
No.
there's a possibility of it.
It's a possibility. And if they're smart, they will do it. Because,
I'll have to see how Pacific Rim does probably first.
yeah.
What about King Kong? Did it do well?
I'm not sure. I think it did all right. Yeah, I think it did all right.
Well, the what? It probably didn't blow up anything there, but it probably did okay.
Yeah. I think it did fairly decent because other people other than us seem to really like it.
Those fools.
Those fools. So
I want to watch it again, but I don't want to at the same
I know.
time.
It's actually coming out on HBO soon.
Oh yeah.
You know what else just came out on HBO that I'll be watching at some point? 2 movies. Split, and something else. Fuck.
Transformers?
No, not yet.
I just watched that.
Yeah? Is it as bad as they say?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking train wreck of a movie.
Yeah.
I stopped. I couldn't pay attention to it anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so fucking stupid that I can't.
I can't believe it, and it's that bad. And they made it long. It's longer,
It's just like all the rest of them. It's just the same. If you enjoy
but
that,
longer. Yeah.
it's
Just crap.
complete
Just
crap.
all crap. Which is a shame,
Yeah, it's so it's so bad.
because it shouldn't be.
But I finally did it. And I was like, I'm just gonna fucking watch it.
Ugh. All right, so we were on a good note.
Oh yeah,
until
yeah,
but-
it's good. It wasn't
so
in there.
That was our last topic. Now
Wipe them out. All of them.
we're gonna bring back a feature that we haven't had in a long time, and that is keep our recommendations. Yay!
Keep a recommendation of the week.
All right, hey.
So you have a couple of things you would like to recommend.
I do. In video game world,
Ah,
I recently played the new South Park Fractured Butthole game and the new Uncharted Lost Legacy game. I just finished today, actually.
very good.
Which I'm sure most people that would give a shit probably know about it and have already played it or whatever. But I thought I'd just throw a good, recommendation.
Go for it.
South Park, I finished. I did most of the things. I have a couple of things left to do, but one of the things glitched.
Oh,
So it's not in my menu to do anymore, but I didn't get it didn't finish the quest, so I
that
can't finish
sucks.
it now.
Oh.
So that kind of ruined finishing it for me.
Yeah.
So well, what the fuck is...
that would drive you nuts, huh?
I know I only have 3 things left, and it just glitched on me. I'm like, okay, fuck you now. I'm done. But I thought it was really good. I've heard mixed stuff about it, and people not really liking it. But, I mean, I like South Park, but I've definitely dropped out. I haven't
Yeah, I'm the
watched it.
same way. We used to love. You're the one actually who got introduced me to South Park with the that little short they They had. But yeah, and I used to love South Park, but then that same thing, I kind of dropped off of it.
It's weird. I haven't watched it in years, and I'm like, I didn't feel like I was
See that?
lost by
That's
any
good. I like to hear
characters
that.
now. Yeah, I'm like, is that good, or have they just been doing the same fucking
Yeah,
thing for 20
maybe
years?
I don't know. Is that the thing? Like, I'd love to start maybe watching it again, but I'm like, I feel like I'd be lost.
Well, it's weird. It
It's been a
inspired
while.
me to go and buy all the seasons now.
Oh yeah,
I just bought 7 seasons,
no shit.
and they're wicked cheap too. So I'm like
Jeez, what season are they on?
20.
Holy shit!
21, I think.
Holy shit!
I think 21's right now.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. I'm like, I maybe saw up to maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And then one here and there.
And not because we
Yeah, not that I didn't like it. I
you just drop off things
Yeah.
sometimes, you know.
like The Simpsons too. I like The Simpsons. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
I
used to
probably
love The
didn't
Simpsons. Yeah,
really watch anything past the first couple of years.
yeah, I definitely haven't watched The Simpsons in at least 10 years or something.
Same with Family Guy. I haven't watched.
Yeah,
it.
I haven't watched Family Guy. Not again. We love all those things, but you just kind of drop off after a while. It
Yeah.
happens.
Well, plus I don't do the DVR thing, so and I'm never around to catch it when it.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I just kind of forget about it because there's always something else to occupy the time. So
there's tons of other shit.
yeah, but to me, I thought I really liked it. The combat's a little different. It kind of does more on a grid thing. It's still turn based, but
Oh, I get what you're saying.
there might be a little more strategy. I think it depends on how
Strategy in South Park game.
what
That's weird. Huh?
what level you play it at.
Yeah.
It will be harder. There were a couple of fights I was like, oh shit.
Oh, that isn't. Oh, yeah. If you change the level difficulty, you play as.
Oh yeah, like the hardest difficulty, your character will be black.
Yeah.
Which is funny
Yeah.
and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Message. But yeah, I feel like it's a little tad toned down from the last game because there was some crazy shit going on in the last game. Like I remember fighting like underneath your dad's ball sack. You know the why I think he was doing your mom, which that was fucking weird. I don't hope I
That's
didn't
a little
ruin that. I
weird,
mean,
yeah.
that was a couple of years ago now. Hopefully,
And wasn't there like you crawl up a butthole or something? Or
Yeah, there was definitely something.
Like,
Yeah, it was some messed up shit going on.
yeah,
This one has some stuff, but I don't feel like it's as bad.
yeah.
But it still has some really good laugh out loud moments.
Awesome.
And I really just enjoyed like exploring South Park, just
yeah,
fucking around.
yeah.
And it's cool because it's superheroes now this time.
Oh,
So you technically open all the costumes for all your main heroes, but they call it something different. And you can color swap it to make it look like you're,
right, yeah,
they have the Captain America one and like a Hulk one and
yeah.
Spider-Man. I found one that looks like Batman. I just finished the game looking like Batman.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was good.
Cool. Oh,
It's probably like
well, shit, I still gotta check out the first one too.
it was cool. It came with a downloaded copy of the.
Oh, really? Cool. That's
They had-
nice.
It also comes with. Well, unfortunately, it's an extra, but the towel
Oh yeah,
he kind of comes in as like it gives you hints and stuff.
yeah.
And if you can get that, I would say do that because he would just chime in with the most random shit, and it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Because when he's talking about the government, he's like, "Government, man." He's just going on with nothing to do with what's going on. And then he comes back and he's like, "Oh, the government are cool, man." He's like, "They're probably listening right now." And he's just.
That's a good impression, by the way.
Yeah, and all of them are in there, and all the favorites.
So
If you're not completely burned out on it, I think you'll enjoy it.
yeah,
Which I'm not,
It sounds
because
awesome, yeah.
I've had a real huge break from South Park.
yeah, are huge,
Huge.
So
So I recommend that, definitely.
so the Uncharted game is good too.
Yeah, it's stars the Chloe and Nadine. I think Chloe was from the second game, and Nadine was the last Uncharted 4, I believe. They all get kind of blended in together, but they're the main protagonists there. And if you like Uncharted, you're gonna enjoy. It's the same thing. Cool. It actually was like an add-on, but it got too big, and then they kind of made it in game.
Oh, nice.
But it's at like a reduced price, like $40.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So yeah, I just finished it today, and there's another character that makes a surprise cameo in there, which I won't say anything.
Is it Yo Mama?
No.
All right, hey.
But yeah, those are definitely two good ones to check out there
Nice.
if anybody cares.
Cool. All right, so that'll do it for the topics this week. Let's move on to the movie review.
Like them. All of them.
And this week,
It just keeps getting weirder.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
we watched a movie called Hard Rock Zombies. Zombie. Sorry.
Which it didn't have hard rock or zombies in it. Actually, technically,
yes, that is correct. Yeah, that's weird. So the movie came out in 1985. It says it's a comedy horror. I think that's pushing it on both of them.
Yeah.
And it was written and directed by Krishna Shah, who looks like he's done a bunch of crap movies.
He's made more.
Yeah, he's directed 9 movies.
Get the fuck out. What else did he? Anything that looks familiar?
American Drive-In,
Sounds-
Shalmar, Ironside, 1 episode of the TV show, Love American Style, 2 episodes, Rivals. So yeah, and that was all like in the 70s and shit.
Man,
And it starred a bunch of people we have never heard of before.
no. And since then,
And since then, yes. E.J. Curse, Gino Andrews, a bunch of other people.
what does it say for a synopsis? I'm dying to know what they say this movie's about.
Yeah, I thought you might be.
I have no idea what the fucking. I don't know. If I try to explain this to somebody, I don't.
I know, right? So, here is the plot summary for the movie. Strap in, everybody, because this is going to be a good one. A hard rock band travels to the tiny and remote town of Grand Guignol, Guignol, whatever they said, to perform. Peopled by hicks, rubes, werewolves, murderous dwarves, sex perverts, and Hitler. The town is a strange place, but that doesn't stop the band's lead singer from falling in love with a local girl named Cassie. And by girl, we mean girl. She was
underage.
Possibly, yes.
Jailbait.
After...
Which actually makes a song about it.
Yeah, I know. Are you too young? It's in the song.
Too young.
So, here we go. But wait, there's more. After Nazi sex perverts... That sounds like a band name. Nazi sex perverts kill the band to satisfy their lusts. Cassie calls the rockers back from the grave to save her, the town, and maybe the world. The tagline is the tagline. Their farewell concert is to die for.
Holy shitballs.
What the hell is this crap?
And that was pretty much the how the movie went.
Yeah, that's what they were shooting for. That did not wind up on the screen.
Yeah, no shit.
Parts
so,
of that did.
Again, this is another one of those movies that's going to be hard to do our good, bad, and nitpicky.
Yeah, it totally defies that. There's no
Totally,
way to even.
It's really the only good thing about it is the movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Probably more hilarious than they intended it to be.
It's shocking. It just like, I think my mouth was open most of
I
the
know.
time. I was like, I can't
You're just
believe
like, what the fuck is
I'm
going
seeing.
on?
I don't understand what's going on.
And there's a lot of bad things in the movie.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it just jumped around. It's weird shit.
There's some weird shit that just didn't make sense.
And the band, like when it came to town, it had like first it was like had like a monkeys Scooby Doo kind of vibe.
Yeah,
because they were like, we don't like your kind around here, rock and rollers. It was like a dash of like Footloose or something.
Yes,
because the town like banned rock and roll.
That's a good. It was like a bit of Scooby Doo, a bit of the Monkees, a bit of Footloose with Hitler, all mixed in.
And they were zombies, but they were called ghouls.
Ghouls, right.
But, like, they show up to play a show, and then the whole town's against them.
Right.
And like, we gotta play the show, man. And they wind up staying at this mansion,
right?
Like a fucking B&B. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
With a midget and some thing, I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
But it was also a small person.
Dwarf, not midget.
Oh, yeah, dwarf. Little folk. Shy folk. Baggins. I don't know. No, but it was weird. Like when he talked, it sounded like he had a mask on. I mean, he did, but they didn't like redo his lines.
Right.
It sounded like he was talking through the mask. So I have no idea what the fuck he was saying.
But yeah, and I don't understand if
I don't know what he was.
You weren't supposed to understand what he was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, like he didn't really talk. He was just saying, they were like trying to explain stuff to him.
Yeah, it's like weird noise.
But it had the muffled like I'm wearing a fucking Halloween mask.
Yeah. So that was weird. And
then there was the people that owned the place. There was like an older lady and gentleman that were these German couple.
Yeah, these two older German people.
And the German lady was really a werewolf.
Yeah.
With switchblades that later. And the old guy wound up being Hitler for some reason.
Yeah, he was wearing like an old guy mask.
Yeah, then he finally reveals himself later, and
for no reason.
He's hidden in the small town, and he made his basement into like he had like a gas chamber or something.
Yeah,
Remember he was trying to.
I guess
because that came in later on, and that's how they killed the zombies. But I am so confused. Why was there Hitler in here?
I don't know why any of it was in there.
Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. Like if whoever wrote this needs to be evaluated. Well,
or they were on some serious drugs.
Yeah, or they need to be on.
Yeah, no shit.
Because if that made sense to anybody or what was going on,
then
they got some issues.
Yeah, and there was weird shit like the ghouls were afraid of heads. They kept saying,
yeah, like somehow they're like, oh, they're afraid of heads,
which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Which I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
That sentence.
I know.
So then they would walk around with these big, like, billboards of famous people, like just their head shot,
right?
And like walking towards the ghouls, and they were like, at first they were like turning away from them.
Then it didn't work.
Then it didn't work anymore.
I don't know. The whole thing was weird. I'm getting a headache thinking about it. Like,
yeah, and then the band, like, they kind of were at first like the focal point, but then they kind of, like they were playing at the B&B there. They set up and they were rehearsing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they all got killed.
In different ways.
Yeah, different ways. And then they came back to life because, well, he met this local girl.
Cassie.
And he just called Girl, and they found out her name was Cassie, and she was underage. And, but he wrote a song about her, and
yeah,
it was a little weird.
It was.
But she couldn't resist that sweet mullet of his.
Nope.
So after they die, when she goes to the grave to talk to them, talk to him like I love you forever and whatever, and then she plays a song which it was supposed to be one of theirs, but
I guess
it sounded like some kind of crazy
like chanting or something,
like some kind of ritual,
to
music, and they were like, and then they all came back to life, and then they exacted revenge on the people that killed them
and Hitler,
but then they kind of like came back to life, or I don't know.
Later on, they turned them into ghouls, things.
And then they set up for their show got canceled because the local folk all got together and said, "You're not playing here with that rock and roll music.
No rock and roll, yeah."
And then they came back from the dead to play the show.
Yeah.
And then they went back to the grave.
Yeah.
And then the girl was going to be... They figured a way to get rid of all the ghouls was to sacrifice a virgin on top of a hill tied to a tree where all the ghouls would come and screw her and then eat her. Remember, that was the plan. They're gonna screw her to death.
Screw and chew.
Yeah, a little screw and chew. I'm like, what? They're like, oh, we got this out of the book. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I know. Like, what?
So then then the band manager goes back to them after they went back to the grave.
Right.
To get them, we need to save Cassie and you're going to come back and help us.
I have this ring you gave her. And
then they lured all the zombies, ghouls, into Hitler's basement
by playing really crappy music.
Yeah, well, there was no hard rock.
No, man.
It was the lamest fucking music.
It was so bad.
Like it's when people tell you, "Oh, they're a hard rock band," and you hear it, and it's like some kind of shitty like pop band.
Yeah,
and it gets you mad because you're like,
"Yeah,
it's not fucking rock and roll, man. Fuck you."
The fuck you
I hate that. Like my niece always shows me bands like, "Oh yeah, they're a rock band." I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, if you can go shopping and hear this on the radio while you're shopping, it's not a fucking rock band, okay? That's my criteria. No, if you can hear this in the fucking Gap or it's not a rock band.
Nope. This is definitely not a rock band.
No. And I was like, fuck you, it ain't hard rock.
So
the worst band ever.
Yeah, it was horrible. Even worse than the band in Night Train to Terror.
Oh shit! Oh man, I need to bring that up, man.
All right, maybe
everybody's got something to do.
Maybe they're on the same level. I don't know.
Dance with me. I'd rather listen to that song though.
What the hell is this crap?
Yeah, so if
Mama's at the mall, mom pairs of shoes. Everybody got some. Everybody got
If what we just described doesn't make any sense to you, well, there you go. That's the movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You have to watch it yourself and
just be prepared for a mess.
And I felt like we were, for the most part, paying attention.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah,
I'll say.
I think at first we were a little because they were getting settled in and doing our talk for the week. Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I felt like I was focused, and I still had no fucking idea what was going on.
Nothing.
I got Hitler and was in disguise as a Bible salesman at one point.
The other thing is, like the last movie we watched, Things, it felt like you were missing stuff. This didn't feel like you were missing things. It just felt like it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah. And it had a random chick just dancing
on
the road a lot.
Yeah, they just kept going back to two things. They kept going back to this the blonde woman who was part of the Hitler family.
Yeah, which I don't know.
They kept going back to her just randomly dancing in the middle of the street or whatever. And then they'd go back to one of the dwarf with the mask was eating himself.
Yeah, like for like a last half of the movie. He was just sitting at a table, like literally just eating himself.
Yeah, cutting off pieces and eating them.
Yeah, like he started gnawing his hand to start off with, and then they kept cutting back to him every once in a while. He was just eating his whole body.
Yeah.
And then it ended with him eating his own face.
Yeah.
And then burping. And it was just a head left.
Yeah,
like
just
a skull.
like a skull.
I'm like, what the
I know. I was like,
what does that mean? What's going on?
Yeah.
Is this funny?
Is that supposed to be? Yeah, that's what I was like. Is that supposed to be funny? Is that? I don't. That was weird.
Oh my! It'll make your brain hurt because you'll ask so many questions that you'll never get an answer to.
I know.
You're never gonna know what the hell you. I try to give up and just go for it, but I can't help I have to understand, and I can't do it.
I know, and it's just the more you think about it, the less it makes sense. Yeah. It's like they didn't have any like. I hate when they do this in like monster movies and stuff. They didn't have like, if you're gonna do something with zombies, vampires, any of these horror creatures, what you need to do first and foremost is establish a set of rules for your creatures. And stick to those fucking rules. Yeah. And in this movie, it just felt that they were like, well, let's make them afraid of heads. Yeah, that's it. I'll be afraid of heads.
Like, I don't even know what that means.
I know, right? Just like
afraid of heads.
So
I mean, everybody has a head, so they should be just afraid of you.
And they were attacking people's heads. So
yeah, that's the first place they made a beeline right for the head.
Yeah, so I don't know that.
Well, then he was like, "Oh, you don't believe everything you read." I'm like, "Who the hell? What?"
Yeah. So I don't know. So
it was a disaster.
Yeah. So I guess that would be a good time for the ratings. Let's do our ratings. So, do we need to go over the ratings again? I'll go over the ratings again. So, a rating of 1 is a movie that is bad, but not good. It's bad, but it's not good. It's just bad. You're the one who came up with that.
Well, you're the one, right?
No, you're the one who said it. You said it's bad.
I thought you originally said that.
You were talking about a movie, and you're the one who said, "Oh, it's bad, but it's not good." So I said, "All right, we'll use that in the rating system." Anyway, so that's a bad movie. That's not good. 2, a rating of 2 is a movie that's bad, but it's funny, so you can find some kind of, it's bad, cheesy, but you can find some kind of.
Oh wait, no, I thought 2 was.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we switched it. 2 is a movie that's just meh.
It's not good or bad.
It's just meh.
It leaves you meh.
Yeah. 3 is a movie that's bad, but still, you can still manage to get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
Whether it's because it's funny and you're making fun of it or something, or it has a lot of boobies or something. Boobies. So number 4, a rating of 4 is a movie that's so bad it's good. And that's actually what we strive for, even though a rating of 5 is an actual good movie.
Yeah, which we haven't run into yet.
But yeah, but the movies that are so bad they're good are actually more fun in a way.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather have so bad it's gonna be.
Yeah. So with that in mind, what are we gonna rate this one?
I guess I have to say 3, because it is bad. It's good, but I don't know if it's totally.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one. I say a 3. Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad movie, but we did find some enjoyment out of it. We laughed a lot, and
yeah, I mean, I think it's worth checking out. I mean, just for the sheer cojones it has to make it that a movie.
Yeah,
and put it out there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Actually, that's a good thing to add to the ratings. You have a rating of 3.
Cojones?
No.
Oh.
A rating of 3 also means that it's worth checking out. At least it's bad, but there's enough in there that it's worth checking out because you can find some enjoyment out of it.
It's so bad, you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
I know I tried to explain somewhat, but I'm sorry if it was just complete rambling nonsense. Because
that's how the movie was. It was just complete rambling nonsense.
I was trying, I was watching it, I don't even know how the hell we're going to explain this to people.
I know.
It's such a fucking train wreck.
Oh, man. It really was.
It was so bad. But funny.
Bad, but funny.
So, yeah, man. I thought we keep topping ourselves. Last week, I'm like, I don't know how we're getting worse than that.
I know, right?
I think this one might. I don't know. I mean,
I'm not going to say that anymore because we'll find it. If there is worse out there, we will find it. That is the motto of the Keepers of the Fringe.
Well, there's all. I always see people post stuff on Twitter and stuff about all these movies. A lot of them I haven't heard of. A lot of foreign movies too.
Yeah, foreign movies are always fun.
I got a whole bunch lined up, but I don't know if you want to go.
Sure, whatever.
Subtitles.
I'm open to everything.
I know that you don't.
Subtitles.
Big fan of that.
Well, I don't know. In a case like that, it could help you stay focused.
Yeah.
So, all right. I guess that'll do it for this episode, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
3 from both of us.
3.
See, I feel like we're always going to be like, it always is
Yeah,
like
I
a
know.
3.
Well, we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, go out, check out the movie. Just be prepared for a mess of a movie.
Yeah. And if you find yourself going, I don't know what the fuck's happening,
Yeah.
then you're on the right track.
Yep, exactly.
It's not you.
All right, so that'll do it for this episode of the Keepers of the Fringe. As always, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. As promised, I actually put the last episode up on YouTube, and I will try to keep doing that on a regular basis. If you want to check it out on there,
He lies.
maybe.
He lies.
I threw up some fun videos with it, so you can just have something to look at, whatever. Just stupid shit, nothing.
So your cats are in there?
Yeah, well, there's one of my cats playing.
And your wife's foot. I saw in there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah. So, if you want to check us out.
Unless it was your foot, it was nail polish. I don't know.
Well, no, it was not my foot. So you can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on iTunes. Give us a rating and a review. We certainly would appreciate it.
Stitcher and the
Stitcher.
listen notes. And
Basically, anywhere you can find good podcasts, you'll find us.
yeah, we paid somebody off.
Yeah.
Put us on there.
Also, you can email us at keepersofthefringe@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at KOTFR. And as I always said, Chris mainly handles that because he's better at it than I am, even though you don't think so, but you are.
I don't know what that
It means I suck at the social
Well, you
media
just don't
stuff.
really post anything.
Yeah,
or
I know.
Interact.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I fucking suck at it.
Well, I don't think.
Oh, thank me.
I'm kind of like, I'm not doing it as much.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
still,
still
it's
there,
better. It's better than me.
I just don't really get what the end goal is.
I know, me either.
Like I'm clicking, I like that. I'm following you now. Then you followed me. Sometimes you don't follow, and then I just keep doing that.
And then you wonder how many people who are following are actually listening to the show.
Yeah, probably nobody.
I know, right?
So I'm like, what is the? I don't like that. There's no end goal there. Like,
I know.
Like, say that we got like hundreds, thousands of followers, and then what? What does that mean? Do we get something? Is there like a plaque
Nope.
or something?
You get a fucking bozo badge.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I know. That's
I'm
the
trying
thing.
to
I know.
get into it, but I'm like, I don't understand the point of it.
Well, maybe.
But
I guess the
know.
point is to don't look at it that way. Look at it as you get to interact with some people that might have some similar interests with you.
Yeah, but I can only interact with them like basically writing like a haiku. I like this movie too. It's like I have to write
whatever,
a fucking haiku. I don't know how do you talk to somebody?
I don't know. The other thing that I do like about it is when you follow other people, you get to stay up to date with them and what they're up to and shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, as far as an end goal, who knows?
I'm like, I don't understand this.
I know.
But I'm going to keep doing it.
I know.
What the fuck?
But anyway, so you can follow us at KOTFR on Twitter. You can like our Facebook page, Keepers of the Fringe, on Facebook. I think that's it. Covered everything well. Anyway, so that'll do it for this episode of Keepers of the Fringe. As always, he is Chris. I am Derek. And in the immortal words of Eric Cartman,
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
good night, everybody.
Bye. We like movies.
That's a good start.